And greetings. Greetings once again, and welcome back. So, tomorrow Pro League starts, and it means that we have to make our choice of what do you think is most likely scenario for the Group A. Okay, Group A, as majority of you already know, Navi, NIP in a horrible form, Vitality on the rise, Fnatic, uh, kind of big mystery, but I don't really see any weak points in Fnatic at the moment, to be honest. And I think they kind of a dark horse to like get the second spot or maybe even win the group. Who knows? Maybe they can upset Navi and Vitality somehow, or maybe like one of them, and like those gonna like decide by the rounds who's gonna win, whatever. Endpoint is endpoint for them. Spirit also kind of mystery with the wonderful, but uh, at the same time, it's um, kind of big mystery. Uh, I would say it's something similar to probably like movie star with a new sniper. We know that they're good, but how the sniper gonna perform? We've seen some of the results already, the way they played a couple of months ago. But still, like after Dexter left, well, it hit them hard. Let's say no more. It hit them hard. So in terms of standings, who do I believe that's gonna win? Most likely, my voice for who's gonna take the first spot goes to Vitality. I think that Spink's addition is fixing many issues, uh, but the main problem is Apex calling, I guess. And right now we're gonna see if it's gonna be like enough of an upgrade,
Hey,
or
wake up.
at the end of the day they'll have to uh, kind of replace him, right? So at the moment, I believe that the honeymoon period gonna strike hard, and Vitality probably gonna top the group. When on the side of Navi, most likely scenario is a second place for Navi, right? But at the same time, it's always a simple factor that he can basically single-handedly win any game. And if he does show up in a great form, good. If no, then most likely Navi can go even 0-2 in first two opening games, right? But I still don't see them losing to Endpoint. Most likely they're gonna beat Vitality and then just beat NIP as well, right? But I do see scenario in which Navi go 0-2 and then they face Endpoint, right? I do see that type of scenario, right? Especially in the first game against Spirit, where Spirit gonna go all in, I guess, and yeah, it's gonna be very hard for Navi to actually um, win easy game, especially since Simple just kind of came back from his extended vacation, right? So my prediction for first two spots is kind of no-brainer. Vitality first, Navi second. But as I said already, yeah, Vitality most likely going to win. Navi have potential to go 0-2. When on the side of Vitality, it's Endpoint, then against NIP, then against Fnatic. They kind of build in their confidence up towards the Navi game, and against Navi, they will be most likely full focus. It's going to be like the most important game. So for them, it's kind of perfect scenario to actually like the winner group. Yeah, easy games against an Endpoint probably, then against NIP, which to be fair looks horrible, which cost me points in the first game of the season, but it wasn't like the main reason why it is what it is. Well, we all know that Hooksy happened to majority of teams, yeah, and whoever didn't pick Hooksy ended up in like top 5%. Well, I guess this happens. Nothing you can do, right? But NIP looked very bad. Then, in terms of Fnatic, they have very, very tough start, right? NIP in the first game, which I would say is gonna be a decider which of these teams are gonna fight for the third spot, right? Because I'll be honest, right now, NIP, Fnatic, or Spirit, any of them can get that third spot, right? We have no idea, right? But what Fnatic has is they have solid sniper, they have a lot of firepower, and they have creams. Loads of experience, always reliable. One of the best players, one of the best support players in the whole CS:GO, right? So I still gonna give the competitive edge towards Fnatic, right? Also, let's say if they beat NIP in the first game, they come into Navi that, as I said already, potentially can lose against Spirit. Most likely no, but there is a possibility, right? And as always, right? If Navi is losing first game as a classic, then they kind of bounce back majority of the time. But still, Fnatic is dark horse for me. And let's say if they go somehow they go 1-0 and either beat Navi or Vitality, right? Then for them, it's no brainer that they're gonna full focus and just destroy everyone else. I believe they can fight Spirit, and they do have the advantage over Spirit. And against Endpoint, well, everyone has the advantage against Endpoint. Now let's talk about Spirit for a little bit. Um, have no clue what's happening in Spirit, to be honest. I would love to see them performing well, but I don't see them kinda, I know, going over Navi or Vitality, right? The only way that they can beat Navi is the first game, yeah? But after that, GG, right? Also, against Fnatic, as I said, yeah, it's most likely the edges for the Fnatic, but against NIP, anything can happen, right? And Spirit, they actually have a great chance to go 3-0, right? And potentially go 4-0 if they show up in like full power, right? But if they lose to Navi, it's gonna be Endpoint, probably easy win, and then like 1-1 game against NIP. It's probably gonna be hard one, but if they lose, then I guess it's GG, right? So for Spirit, the calendar is also good, right? Because they have opening and closing with a strong enemy, right? But still, anything is possible for Spirit, especially since we don't know in what form they are right now. So, with all this said, yeah, let me rank again my teams. Vitality first, Navi most likely second, and third spot I think is going to be Fnatic, right? But there's a huge possibility that he can be Spirit. With that said, whew, I feel a bit tired. With that said, let's jump to my team. You might be surprised, but I'm going for Zaivu because I believe that he's in great form. What we've seen in recent event. Also, I'm just going for SDY because if if Navi lose any games, then most likely it's not gonna be kind of his fault. It's probably gonna be either simple underperforming or electronic underperforming or bit underperforming, and in any of those games, right? He's still gonna do his role, right? He's probably gonna end up negative either, right? But there's a possibility that he's not gonna be as bad, right? On the other side, I'm going for Nikodos because, well, it's a heavy meta towards snipers, right? So I'm kind of doubling up on snipers. Apex, um, I'm picking him because there's a game against Endpoint. Also, there's a game against Spirit. Also, there's a game against NIP in which he can get some decent ratings. Let's be honest. Like, probably in a game against Navi, he's gonna tank, right? But in general, over the whole event, I hope he's not gonna Hoxie style. right? So it's a great possibility for Apex pickers to invest a little bit more money into someone else, right? Also, I was considering this option, going with a bit and Spinks to pre SDY, and in that case you have 179k, and you can risk it all to go for a player like Mighty Max and Surreal and just expect or just hope for the best and let them go full ham and hope that they're gonna get like a decent rating. Also, this is an option with Perfector, 190k. You can get Plopsky if you believe in NAP, or you can get Chopper, AZ Tag. You can get any one of them, right? Also, you can try to upgrade. Let's say if you go for AZ Tag, you still can go for basically the same things, right? But the best thing is that you can get SDY and you can get Apex, and then you still have 196k, yes, and then you can gamble on Wonderful, right? If you don't feel that let's say Fnatic or NAP are kind of taking the third spot, right? But Wonderful is a great option in this team, right? You potentially have carry, 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 uh, average points, and hopefully average points or just some sort of positive, right? But on the other side, what what we've seen so far, that Bit is not in the best shape. Also, Spinks is not really ready to carry Vitality, and I'm not sure if his rating gonna be as good as it was in ENS. So for this reason, I'm going with a Zaivu, an Apex, and with some Fnatic players. Because in my opinion, Fnatic are the dark horses of this group, right? So with all this said, this is my team, and let me know what you think, and see you next time.